Hey everybody. So I wanted to talk to you about something that I'm not really going to do a whole bunch of digging on. I might do this in a future stream. But I do want to talk to you about something as we're coming up on the 4th of July. I hate fireworks.
I hate them too.
Not conceptually. I think they're neat in the right setting, in the right place, in the way that they're used. I think that they're really cool and can be used for some really pretty displays. I also think that the maturity that people use these with is dog shit. The simple fact is that we have overwhelming evidence that the sound of explosions negatively impacts veterans, people who have suffered through other forms of PTSD, such as assault and etc., and also negatively impacts animals. Anyone that has a little furry friend, such as a cat or a dog, knows what it's fucking like to watch your animal cower at the sound of explosions outside. One of the things I hope that leftists do as time goes on is try to push for more actual law and ordinance around this type of stuff
and enforcement of
that, because as much as I'm not a big fan of government, police, fill in your fucking blanks, the fact of the matter is that the continually setting off of fireworks at 12 p.m. and using those as a way to sort of, drink yourself into a stupor while watching explosions causes problems. My most visceral memory of fireworks, there's two of them. Me hanging out with my cousin Andy, the gentleman I believe that was very inappropriate with me when I was a kid, deciding to take me to fireworks and remembering one exploding and nearly hitting us. It went up, and then a piece of the cardboard tubing inside of it nearly hit our car. No one got hurt, but it was kind of scary as fuck. No, Sin, that makes perfect sense. The other memory I have is that there was a kid. My grandma used to work at a motel in a big city, and it was a pretty sleazy fucking motel. There's 4 or 5 porn channels back then. And I remember this kid wandering around who was wearing basically a metal eye patch because he had recently had an injury. He had blown his fucking eye out with a bottle rocket. So, to some degree, I am really distrustful of fireworks, in much the same way I'm distrustful of firearms. Now, I am a firearm owner. I believe that there is such a thing as responsible gun ownership. I believe that gun ownership is a thing that leftists should get into because I don't like the idea of our political opposition being the only ones armed. And a bunch of trans girls carrying firearms is a really cool idea. So, with that said, coming back to fireworks, I hold a similar view. I'm not saying to anyone out there that fireworks are bad. What I am saying is I dislike them because I think they do very real harm. That's the argument. Oh, Lucy, that's awful. Oh, leg shaving accidents due to fireworks. I agree. They should require a permit. I would even go so far as to say a license. I think you should be trained on how to do this and how far from society you should be. If I can hear that shit, go fuck yourself. If I'm trying to sleep in a fucking city area, no, I have a dog that has anxiety issues. I have anxiety issues. Go fuck yourself.
No, I mean, and the thing is that people just lighting it off in the street, right in residential areas, one, is probably illegal, but two, absolutely happens. This is something that's pretty normal around here.
Tiamat, I would agree with your assessment. I do think there's something about fireworks because, again, the rockets, red glare, yada, bursting in air, blah, blah, blah. I am just of the opinion that fireworks as a concept are cool. They're fine. They're lovely. And I would agree with you, Jazz, in the long thing, although it gets complicated. Everybody who's anybody will agree that this is very difficult. Although in the grand swath, I agree with you. So, what am I trying to say with this? This little short segment that we're doing is really just pointing to the idea that your actions matter. We had idiot after idiot come in there and yell at us and call us names because we wanted Scott Cawthon to be held on account, but didn't support the harassment and supposed doxing that he had received. The reason why we held Scott Cawthon to account is because this channel believes in responsibility. Me and Zena are big about accountability. Hell, an hour before the stream started, we had a fight. We had to take accountability for that, talk, go through our stuff, and deal with it because we care about each other and we care about the stream. I am a big... What's that? My mother, a doctor, did an internship in the ER. She made some vague allusions to fireworks being horrible, but has never been willing to go into detail. As a baseline reference, this is the woman who bought a VHS of an eye operation when I was 8 and found such things interesting. If you're a runner, that explains a lot about you, love. Totally respectfully. Love you dearly, but that explains a lot. Also, the fact that she didn't want to talk about it means that, yeah, that's been my experience. My mom was also training before she got cancer to be an EMT, a paramedic. And she had 2 very hardcore concepts, neither of which made her friends. One was fireworks are dumb as fuck and lots of people get injured by them all the fucking time because there's literally no control over who can get them other than they have to have been out of the fucking womb for X number of years.
Yeah, pretty much.
And this was her other one, which I don't know how I feel about. I might agree, I might not. But she used to call motorcycles donor cycles because the amount of injuries and the amount of times people's organs were harvested from motorcycle enthusiasts was a thing. Not saying I like it, but it was her experience. I just think it's weird to drive a vehicle that you have no walls around and has no roll cage. Like, I don't know. There's something there of like, I'm a coward. I want to live.
So fireworks.
So back to fireworks. Here's the point, folks. This is not to say you can't enjoy them. This is not to say that you shouldn't do your thing. What I'm saying is please be respectful of other people as we come to the 4th of July. Please give a shit about your fellow person. Please give a shit about people's animals. I understand you want to celebrate your independence, and I know this is the big horny summer where you think COVID is over and you're going to go bang as many people as possible. We're going to do another segment about that and why you're wrong. But I can't stop you as much as I wish I could. What I can say is if you're going to go out and pretend that COVID Delta strain is not there, at least not be an asshole to other people. So that's the thought. Take that for what you will. Perhaps a spicy take, but fuck fireworks and fuck people who set them off in city limits. With the caveat, you do these in the middle of nowhere where no one's fucking hurt and nothing's on fire and nobody gets shot and people know what the fuck they're doing. That's totally acceptable. I've seen some really cool fireworks displays with friends that were fucking pog.
I will say this, like, when you're lighting off fireworks, like, in the parking lot, you really haven't actually you really don't have the consent to anyone else, and you really have no idea how you're actually affecting them. Like, that's a thing. Like, your neighbors are people too, and for me, like, no, I'm probably going to be taking a lot of my migraine meds this summer. I only get 10 of those a month. I need those for days that aren't taken up by fireworks. But are fireworks going to set off migraines? Yeah, probably. Like, I'm just sound sensitive like that. But here's the thing. If you're at a park, like, this is a planned thing, you know what, they're a safe distance away. Like, absolutely, those things are way easier to, are obviously very easy to prepare for. Go be safe about it. Take your kids to the appropriate thing, appropriately social distance, wear a mask. That's way better than trying to do it in your parking lot, DIY style, and then, like, hoping, like, some kid or animal doesn't run across this, or there's not an accident that happens. So that's my I'm just going to say very simply is just don't be an asshole with this stuff. Like, if you really enjoy fireworks, cool. Do them responsibly, do them safely, and be very clear, do them away from me. I don't want them near me. I don't want them near my dog. I don't want them near my partner. I know it really sounds like over the course of Pride, and I haven't really done a full Pride video other than the Kinky Pride stuff. I know it seems like we're really fucking not the fun, like we are the fun police. Like, fuck loud music, that bass causes migraines. Or like that, it sucks when you're a person who deals with chronic illness because life is not as fun. That sucks. Absolutely, Sin's right. Like, on the migraine meds, like, I'm not alone with, I only get so many a month of these. I am absolutely not the only one in that boat. So
I'm going to say it very clearly. if you're going to do fireworks, do them away from other people. Stay away from populated areas where you're going to be affecting people with chronic illness. Do not do them near places where people have animals. Fuck off to somewhere rural. Go to your uncle's cottage. Go to a fucking backyard somewhere. Don't set things on fire. Please be respectful to other human beings.
Do follow your city and township ordinances. Yes, they do exist.
Yes, and if you're anywhere near fucking the West,
don't do it.
You guys don't get a 4th of July. Full stop.
Yeah, no.
You don't get gender fucking reveals either. Nothing that's gonna set fire to things. I will fucking fight you. Holy shit.
Oh god, yeah. All right.
I feel like that's good. I feel that's good.
Be safe.
See you in the next one.
Bye, everyone.